What's a good credit score? What's a bad credit score? And how does it impact your mortgage approval? I'm Amanda Sarnes.
And I'm Manny Sarnes, and we're the Home Team Group. And today, we want to talk to you about credit. So your credit score is just a numerical summary that predicts your payment behavior. The majority of mortgage lenders use your FICO scores from all three bureaus. That's Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. It's what's called a tri-merge credit report.
Tri-merge is just a fancy way of saying 3-in-1. In your tri-merge report, you use the 3 different reports from those bureaus to get an accurate assessment of your history as a credit user. Much like the Olympics, we lenders are going to toss out the high one, toss out the low one, and go right with the middle score, because it's the safest way to assess your risk.
So if you have a co-borrower, then the lower of the 2 middle scores is how we're going to assess your risk factor and how lenders determine what they can offer you, including your interest rate. General rule of thumb, the lower the credit score, the higher your interest rate's going to be.
But how do you know what a good credit score is? Well, for the purposes of financing a home, scores of 740 and above are excellent. That is the range where you're going to be able to get all the best rate and terms.
So scores from 680 to 740, those are very good credit scores. The people with those scores generally receive very competitive rates and terms with tons of financing options.
Then scores from 640 to 680, well, they're still good scores. Not quite as competitive when it comes to rate, and you may actually be looking at a couple of different loan products to compare and contrast.
For those of you who have a credit score below 640 but still above 580, you do have some qualifying credit. However, you're going to be looking at higher interest rates and not as good terms. But you're still in the game though, and there is still an option to refinance once your credit score is better to improve your interest rate in the future.
So for those scores under 580, still depending on the overall strength of your loan application, there may be some financing options for you. But the best way to know what your options are, no matter what your score, is to contact Home Team.
And you can do that by calling us at 833-WE-LOAN1, or you can always go to helpmehometeam.com and let our trained experts give you a credit game plan.